Hi guys, it's Juanita with Smart Dog Technology. I finished my full day at school and now I'm back home, and I wanted to share with you some help and assistance on how to access the Google Classroom. A lot of our teachers are providing paper and pencil packets, which are wonderful. But we also have parish online resources, and a lot of our teachers are creating Google Classrooms to post more resources that you have available to you. So, for our students to get to our Google Classroom, the first thing or the easiest way to get there is just to Google it. Just search for Google Classroom and it's going to bring you to a login screen. When you get to that login screen, your student is going to need to use their student email address. I went through this before, but our student email address is the first four letters of their first name, the first eight letters of their last name, at tangystudents, plural.org. Their password is going to be their first initial, their last initial, last four digits of their local ID, and hashtag. All of this needs to be typed in lowercase with no spaces. If your student has been in our parish for any amount of time and they're over third grade, they should have this number memorized. They use this number every time they log into a computer. So unless your student is brand newer to our parish, they should have that number memorized. But if you need it, I'm sure that you can contact your school and your school will be able to tell you what that is. So they're going to log in with that email address and that password, and that is going to bring them to the Google Classroom page. From the Google Classroom page, it's going to look something like this. Now, I'm looking at it as a teacher, but your student version is going to look very similar. They will either have to press this plus sign and type in like a 5 or 6 digit classroom code to join a class, or if they have a pretty small class, it's possible that their teacher has already enrolled them. So when they get to this page, it's possible they only see the one class, or they may see three or four. If it's an older class that they want to get rid of, I believe that when they click this little icon, they have an option of archiving their class, and that would make that go away. So it's possible that your student's in eighth grade and they're still enrolled in a class from sixth grade. They can archive that class to get rid of it. So once they have joined a class by adding a code or by clicking the join button, if their teacher had added them already, all they have to do to enter the classroom is click the banner at the top. The first thing that opens up is the stream. This shows everything that has been posted in chronological order. This could be resources or it could actually be messages. Those messages could have something attached to it. So, this is a message that I posted, and I have an image attached to it to have pictures to show my students how to go to student resources, select MobyMax, go to Clever to be able to use that resource. But Miss Myers posted a message to them earlier that was just text. So that's the stream. The stream shows everything. Our next tab is the classwork tab. Now, none of the work that we're providing for them is being graded. So while it says classwork, know that, of course, this is all optional. It's just stuff to keep our kids in a learning mindset. But when you go to classwork, it's going to have everything organized by topics if your teacher has put things in topics. So in this example class, this is my eighth grade class. I have it organized by subject: journey to career, social studies, science, math, English. And each one has different resources under it. They can also click on the People tab, and that will give them a link to the teacher. They can easily click right here, and it'll send them to an email for that teacher. And it'll also list the students in that class. So they also have access to email each other. I've turned off chat in here. It is possible that they have comments available for other teachers, but I've turned off commenting in my classroom. Just as a word of warning, it's possible that some of our teachers are learning how to use Google Classroom and they may post stuff as assignments. Here's an example of an assignment that I would have had for one of my classes. And here is what the students would see. Give it just a second to load. And so if they are posted as an assignment, it's going to say a due date on it. It's going to have a number of points that the grade is worth. Just keep in mind that this is stuff that teachers are posting. They may have accidentally posted it as an assignment. It's not something that's actually due. So if this had a due date on it, they're going to start getting messages or they're going to get little notifications that say overdue, overdue, overdue. Just tell them to ignore it. It's not a big deal. It's just the way that the teacher posted that assignment, that resource, and it should have been posted, as a resource instead of an assignment. But we're still getting the information out there. Okay, so Google Classroom, very easy to use. Again, you have your stream, then your classwork where it's organized by topic, and people so that they have email links to their teachers and their classmates. Now, Tangi Schools has also obviously has lots of resources that were already available on our webpage. When you go to the Tangi Schools homepage, you can click on the student banner, and that will bring you to the resources that our students have had available to them all year round, which is lots of great resources. The Be Internet Awesome is a great one for students like, say, eighth grade and younger that teaches them some online safety. Let's see. Applied Digital Skills are some kind of guided lessons to teach some Google apps, which is great. Discovery Education has lots of great resources and educational videos in there. Keyboarding practice, if they are in first through seventh grade, they actually have access to Typing Agent to teach some typing. Prodigy is super popular with our students, and MobyMax has every subject area covered. Now, when our students click on some of these that say managed by Clever, I want to show you what that page looks like because sometimes the kids get confused. They see this page and they look at the picture and they see a lock and they say, "Oh, the page is locked. I can't get to it." But no, all you have to do is click on the lock and then they can log in with their username and their password. And that's the same information that I covered here, but their username does not include the at tangistudents.org. It's just the first four letters of their first name, first eight letters of their last name, and that same password. So if they go to one of those that brings them to this page, just log in with that username and password, and it'll bring them on to that resource. Okay, so the Tangi student resources are really great. And then in addition to that, we've provided the online resources. So all they have to do is click the banner at the top. It's organized by grade level, and then it's organized by subject area. Okay, so lots of stuff to keep our kids engaged. But most importantly, please keep in mind that our students are probably just as stressed as the parents, especially if they're overhearing you talking about stuff. And, it's possible that our students are just as worried as sometimes our adults are. So if they need a day off, it's okay. If you want to let them work a half day, it's okay. But some of our students may also be the opposite of that and they want extra work because they want to stay busy. So I'm going to try to provide as many resources as I can, but know that, it kind of cut them a little bit of slack and they don't have to work from 8 to 3 every day. They might run out of resources if they're working from 8 to 3 every day. But I'll post additional resources as I find them and things that I think are cool or fun. Like Duolingo. If you've ever wanted to learn a new language, Duolingo is a wonderful resource and a great thing to spend some time on. On our Ponchatoula Junior High webpage, if you would like to have this sheet to refer to for about the username and the password, if you go to our Ponchatoula Junior High webpage, go to resources, and that is listed right here under the A's Access TPSS Online Resources. And that'll give you that page that you can either save or print or just view to help you remember what those usernames and passwords are. So we're doing our very best for our babies. We want them to be happy and content, and we know that our families are doing their best as well. Please reach out at any time if you have any questions, and we hope that this video is helpful to you. Thank you so much, and have a